In this video, I will show you some of the more advanced features of TripleA. Start TripleA up and click Engine Preferences. From here you can turn sound on and off, or turn individual sounds on and off. There is also Network and Proxy settings. This will allow you to play over a specific router setting and will affect your play-by-email and play-by-forum games and the DICE server. There's also a map creator utility. Click this to open up where your maps and save games are stored, and click here to open up where the program is installed. Lastly, click on Readme User Manual to open up the Readme. This is a little bit of an old Readme, but there's a game playing guide link right here. Click that. This actually opens up the same PDF that is located right here. AAA_rulebook.pdf is the exact same thing. Lastly, go to Set Look and Feel. This changes how AAA looks. The default is graphite, which is this kind of gray look. I happen to like Substance Twilight as well, and the Mariner look as well. Change to Twilight and give that a shot. You do have to restart AAA though. You can see it's a little bit darker now. Click Download Maps and then click List Games. Right now it's just downloading a list of what is available, and it's checking to see if you have any maps that are out of date. Right now my copy of Total World War is out of date. Maps that you have are in italics, and it says what version you have. Maps in red are ones that you have but are out of date. There is a ton to choose from. You can download more than one by clicking and holding Control-click to select a second one. Click Install to install them. There, you now have 2 more maps with possibly more than one game in each of them. Now let's start up and I'll show you some more advanced features for when you're playing. Now let's say you've made a mistake or you need to change something on the map. Best if you ask your opponent's permission first. Click Game and then enable Edit Mode. You're now in Edit Mode. You can add new units, 99 bombers, remove units, change the owner of a territory, change how many credits a player has, add technologies, and also remove technologies, change how many hit points a unit has. You can see that it's damaged now, and even change who is at war with who. So now Germany and Russia are allied. To leave Edit Mode, click Game menu up here and then unselect Edit Mode. Next up is the Battle Calculator. Often you will want to see who will win a battle and by how much before you commit to it. You can find it under the Game menu, but it's easier if you just hold your mouse over a territory. So for example, if I hold my mouse over this territory right here and hit Control and B at the same time, it brings up the Battle Calculator. From here you can select who is fighting against who and edit what units they have. You can see basic stats about the combined units, and if you hold your mouse over a unit, you can see individual unit stats. Hit Calculate, and you can get the result. Italy might win by about 51%. You can also change settings, for example, see what happens if you retreat in the second round of combat, or when you have a certain number of units left. You can force it to keep one land unit alive. If you want, you can switch to a sea battle by unchecking land battle up here, and you can see what happens with 2 cruisers against 2 submarines. If you want to say specifically what order of losses to take units in, click that button right there, and you can select which units die first. This is quite useful. Next up are the tabs. Over here is the mini-map at the top, and you can see the Action tab is your main tab where you get everything done, including undoing movements. The Stats and Economy tab show you basic stats about the current state of the game, who has what technologies, how much money and territories, units, and victory cities. The Notes tab shows specific notes about the map, including any rules that are different from the standard rules. The Territory tab will show you details about the territory that your mouse is over, including what units are in it. So you can see the different units and the stats about Moscow, including that it is a capital city. Lastly, for maps that have national objectives, there's an Objectives tab. Any objectives that are currently achieved will be in green. Next up are keyboard shortcuts. You can select a unit by left-clicking, but you can also select 10 of a unit by Alt left-clicking. You can select all of a unit type, so every single one of them, by Control left-clicking, and you can select all units in a territory by Shift left-clicking. If you have a unit picked up, you can drop it, deselect it by right-clicking. To deselect 10 of it, Alt right-click. To deselect all of a specific unit type, Control right-click on that unit type. And to deselect all units, Control right-click anywhere else. If you are trying to move a unit over a specific path that you want them to move, you can left-click with Control down, so Control left-click on that path. So Control left-click in Poland, Control left-click in East Poland, Control left-click in Belarusia, and then here we are to Karelia. Select the main area and then hold down N to move between different units that have movement left. You can also hold down F to highlight any units that have movement left. Hold your mouse over a territory or unit and hit V or I to see notes about that territory and the unit's stats. To zoom out, hold down Alt and scroll the mouse wheel. And hold Alt and scroll the mouse wheel the other way to zoom back in. If you'd like to see a history of what happened, go to Game and Show History. Click the pluses to expand or shrink different nodes to see what happened. If you click on the node, it will move the game screen back to that place in time, and you can see what happened one by one. To get out of history mode, click Game and then Show Current Game. If you play against the AI, you can speed up the AI's moves by going to AI pause duration and setting it to something lower. If you don't like the art, you can click Show Map Details from the View menu, and it will remove the cool textures. You can also change the font size and color on the map. If you have any other questions, just log into the online lobby and ask away, or ask in the forum. Someone will try to help you.